No, I know what it is. It's something that rhymes with crap. It's rap.
Len will have to memorise hundreds of facts about American hip-hop of the 1990s.
I'm not really interested in 10 cents or whatever his name is. Ask me a question.
Name a song by Blackstreet.
Blackstreet. Who sang it? Give us a clue.
Blackstreet.
Did they? No Diggity is the name of a song by Blackstreet. That was sneaky. Ask me another.
Okay, how many Grammys has Jay-Z won?
25 Grammys.
Almost.
22. 21.
21.
You're not asking me anything I know. You're asking me everything I don't know, Ronnie. I've been giving it my best shot. I've tried. However, I'm 76 years old, and like all your muscles, and I figure your brain is like a muscle, they gradually get tired and weak, and that's what's happened to my brain, because my brain can't take it.
With Len floundering, memory expert Ed Cook wants to try a new technique.
Thank heaven you're here.
Attaching facts to familiar physical movements to help them stick.
Got these few little pockets of things which you're still finding intimidating.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the name of Naz's dad.
Yeah, something Dara.
Yeah, and so it's Olu Dara. Now, with this kind of thing, it can just go in the brain, straight out the brain. And sometimes it's nice to link it to, you know, a familiar motion.
Like Olu.
Yeah, perfect. That would be great.
Olu.
Linking a fact with the motion of Len's golf swing stimulates neural activity in his cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for movement.
If you hit the ball well, I'll be like, oh, Dara!
Dara.
Great.
Olu Dara.
All right.
Oh, yes.
So you want to tee off first, Len, today?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Oh.
By attaching itself to the familiar action already embedded in Len's muscle memory, the new information now has a much better chance of sticking.
Olu Dara for this one.
Yeah. Olu
Woochie. Dara!
Dara. Hey! Everyone loves a trier, so I'm really giving it my best shot. Insane in the membrane, insane in the brain.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I hope I get questions that I can answer, because I've spent days getting that into the old crustacean.
Name the Blackstreet song title that's hip-hop slang for without a doubt.
Without a doubt is No Diggity.
Correct. Which member of Wu-Tang Clan was also known as Big Dirt and Big Baby Jesus?
Old dirty bastard.
Is correct.
Yeah. Took me. I've got 15 seconds.
I've never
in.
waited that long for an old dirty bastard. A Latino-American group earned a set at Woodstock in 1994 with their hit Insane in the Membrane.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's an island in the Mediterranean. Cypress Hill.
Yes! And my final question. Who was shot and killed at the age of 24 just weeks before the release of his second album, Life After Death?
Notorious B.I.G.
Absolutely right. You get 15 out of 15.
Now, I know what this is from the first line. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost. We shall fight on the beaches. I think it's Churchill. This is great.
This week, Len must immerse himself in Winston Churchill, commandeering his most rousing speech and memorising hundreds of facts.
I don't know a lot about Winston Churchill, but it's something that, God willing, I can get my teeth into. Lovely.
Well, welcome back. This week, we're going to be introducing the mother of all memory techniques. Something so magnificent, so gargantuan. And this technique is called the Memory Palace.
Ed wants to demonstrate the Memory Palace technique, using a famous Elizabeth I battle speech.
I am come among you at this place, at this time. A memory palace takes our natural gift for remembering spaces, and I think foul scorn that Parma or Spain, and connects it with our power of imagination. But I have the heart and stomach of a king. So we take every sentence, and we form an image of that sentence, and we're going to arrange them in our imaginations around this room. For example, the first sentence might go by the umbrella stand, and we begin with, my loving people. So, can anyone think of an image for my loving people?
A big heart.
A big heart certainly captures the loving bit, and so we can certainly use that. How about people?
Everyone here.
Right, OK. We can just imagine them here, maybe 3 or 4 people, and they've all got big red hearts on their chests, and that means my loving people.
Len must now build a memory palace for his assigned text.
We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Winston Churchill's famous World War II oration.
What's the first sentence there?
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be.
Well, when you hear that phrase, what do you think?
You've got to think of an island, I
Perfect,
suppose.
yeah. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like Britain. It can be kind of a tropical island or something, yeah. Imagine moving through a space and depositing memories as bright visual images as you move around. We shall defend our island and then do whatever the cost may be. You could even just put a blank check there in the middle of the island. And so that'll be enough, I think.
Yeah.
Although it sounds really arcane, it turns out to be extremely intuitive and amazingly powerful for storing large amounts, especially of sequential information. We shall fight on the beaches. And what do you associate with beaches?
Brighton.
Brighton, OK, good. Let's have the Brighton beach, the sort of shingly beach.
Shingly beach.
Shingly beach, OK, good.
Len now has the building blocks of his Fight on the Beaches memory palace.
So we've got an island with a check on it. Brighton Beach, fabulous. We've got a landing ground with a Spitfire flying off. We've got fields. We've got streets. We've got hills. And we've got we will never surrender.
All right, outstanding. It's astonishing how much a human can remember when it comes to spaces. That, combined with our talent for visualization, helps create memories which stick.
My dad has spoken a lot about him when I was a little kid and how scared during the war he was. And he used to say, you'd turn on the radio, on would come Winston Churchill, and it would just somehow lift you so much. I feel like going down and having a fight with Chris Eubank now. I'm ready for it.
Len's subject is Winston Churchill. He's already created a memory palace for his speech, but he now needs to solidify hundreds of Churchill facts.
Being in the environment where Churchill was during the war is a huge help. You know, it's got an atmosphere about it and it makes you somehow feel part of the game.
But an interest in the subject doesn't lessen the scale of the task for Len.
I think my memory has always been poor. I wasn't academic at school. I left school with not one GCSE or the equivalent, nothing. It would be lovely to, you know, to be able to retain things.
Memory maestro Ed Cook wants to establish a sensory environment for Len to aid his recall.
I brought along a specially flavoured chewing gum, and I'm going to invite you to chew on this while we do our memorisation today. The way a memory is stored and the way it's recalled are mirror images of each other. So that's why I've given Len today some chewing gum. It'll just create a sensory environment, which if it's the same at the point of memorisation as at the point of recall, will just edge up, just by a tiny amount, his chances of correctly recalling the information.
I haven't chewed any gum since I was about 18, so this is a proper memory.
Right, well, now we've established this double context, let's layer in a few extra facts. 1906. Give me something which happened then.
Was that when he crossed the floor and joined the Liberal Party?
Good. What was the book that Churchill wrote?
World Crisis.
World Crisis, very good. How are you finding that gum, then?
Chewing gum will certainly bring me back to this place.
Fantastic.
No question.
Right, yeah.
Winston Churchill is a hero of mine. However, whether the facts are going to stick in my head, well, we'll only know when it's down to the nitty-gritty and quiz night.